Hey guys, just a quick video about cubemaps and how you can generate your own. I got a question from Michael from the GameGuru forum about his cubemap was not working. We can try to look at it here. And actually it do works, but the problem with you had here is that you use all the same colors as you have in your levels, so it's just pretty hard to see it. We can try here to perhaps make a red color just so we can see it in the and save it, just so you can see the reflection in your level. Let me just start GameGuru and wait a little bit here. So then I just made a quick test level with your models and your cube map. Let's see how that looks. Loading. There we go. And here it is. We can just try to start it. And here you can see now you can see the red dot. But everything else you can't, because you use the exact same colors as you use all around your level here. But you can see the red shining reflection in the metal. So it's working, but you just need a better cube map for it to look good. So I'm going to show you how to make one. First, you can use GG Loader to make your cube maps. Here I added the orb from graphics, just so we can test. So I'm just going to start up AppGameKit Studio and GameGuru Loader. What's new in this version? Well, it will be in the next version, but here you can just select your level you want to test. So I can we can just try something and then just run it. And there's no conversion, it's all done in the source code now, so any change you make to your levels, it will pick up. And yeah, this is just another test I was doing with some animation speed and stuff. We can just try to select the same level here, reflection test or R test. So as you know, GameGuru Loader is able to produce these probes, as I call it, reflection probes. So I'm just going to show you how that is done. Here we see we have the orb from graphics and the level running. So I just go over to GameGuru and say I want our reflection, the cube map we are going to generate is going to be generated from this point. So I select this, go into properties and say R probe reflection probe.lua and click apply changes. Then we save our map. Just so you know that GameGuru Loader has a probe cache where it generates all these probes. So you find it in the AppGameKit's temporary folder. On my system, that is users, my name, app data, local app, AGK apps, and then you go into GG Loader, media, GG media, and you find a folder called probe cache. We can try to look at. There is some probes from different test levels. So now that we changed this to rprobe.lua, we can then try to run it again inside Loader and see what happens. It should then generate the probe from that location. It is loading. I'm not sure how quick the... Yeah, I'm not sure if you noticed, but it generated the probe. Actually, you can now see it here in the orb, that the reflection probe has been generated. You can see it's now a very low res, so we're going to change that. But first, let's look into the folder again. You can see here it's generated something called orb.x, and here is the cube map or reflection probe. So now let's set up the resolution. If you can search for something called probe text size, it's here, and it's set to 128, and we are going to make that larger. So I'm just going to move it down here, just so we don't change the defaults. So it will work fine if you just place this here. So we have it set to 512, and another thing you should have now, or you should do, is go into what is called environmap.dds. Inside this source file, you have something called save gg cube images. Now if you set that to 1, and that's all you need to do, then it will generate the maps you can use to inside GameGuru to get a cube map from that location. So let's just try that and run it. So it can generate the new probe, and it's loading, and it shortly should start to generate the probe or the cube map. Here it's running. Yeah, you can see it takes a longer time now because the image is larger. And that's it. But now you can see here, when we look at the orb, that the resolution is way better. I think we can use that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's take that. So we just quit that, and then we go back into the probe cache folder, and you can see now it has generated some images here, and that is actually the cube map images from that location where we made from this exact location it has been generated. So what we do here is we'll just close down this one, and then we need to sample this into a cube map. In the DirectX text, which you can download for free, there is some tools you can use for this. So I'm just going to do that. It's called texassemble, and you can specify you want a cube and some parameters here, and then the file names you want to make into a cube map. You can see that these file names already match because I tried it before, so I can just copy this. If you search the net for texassemble.exe, you can find the tool there, and you can download it for free. Here I'm just going to make a command prompt inside the probe cache, and then run the command. You can see here is now generated a cube map. Just to make it a bit more easy for me, I'm just going to convert that so we have bitmaps and everything like that. It now has generated all the bitmaps for the cube map. Then we're going to copy it into my GameGuru folder that I got from Michael to test with, and we can just try to look at it and how it looks. This is how it looks, and you can see it has all the frames in the different directions and the bitmaps, so that is fine. We're also just going to close that test. So what we do is just now rename it to the same as Michael had. So I'm just doing like this. put it in, override it, and just to make another test, we are going to change graphics up to use the same cube maps, and you can see it. So I'm just going to grab the name here and rename this file to, and call it cube, like that. And then we can try to run GameGuru again and give it and see how it looks. So we should now be able to see the new cube map, and also we should have a reflection on the up from graphics. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, we need R-test, reflection tests. And we're loading again. Well, I hope it does not go too fast, because but you can go back in the video if you want to see what you need to do to create these reflection maps. And you can see here on his ARP that we have a reflection. Also, let's just try to run it. There we go. You can see the reflections on the ARP. And now also, if you noticed, there is some blue on the wall, but because it takes the reflection from down here and it reflects up here. A little trick you can use is to press F11 twice and then use 8 to see the reflection maps. And here you can see, we can see the flaw in the reflection. Also, we should have some light over here. Actually, what you see up here is not really the light, it's also from the, here you can see from the reflection map of the light. Also, if you move forward into the metal, you can see how it reflects the flaw. So it has a reflection from the environment. So that are good, and it should work in GameGuru. Well, we did make some changes here in the last beta, so mainly with the light mapper, and yeah, you can read more about that on the forum. So until next time, have a great day.